a sudden, I found myself in love with the world. So there was only one thing that I could do, was ding-a-ding-dang, my dang-along-ling-long.
Monday. Welcome back.
So, what was that last topic you sent me?
That last topic, that was kind of a rough one.
Mm.
Your old hometown stomping grounds, Houston, Texas. Man accused of burning woman's body says she died during sex.
Sex with him?
Oral sex.
Wait. Back up. She died.
During oral sex.
So he says?
It was that good.
Oh.
So he says. Is this what? So he's been charged with this?
He is charged with murder at this point. And probably about 3 other felonies. I imagine lighting a body on fire afterwards and all that good stuff. Tampering with evidence. Probably a couple other. They're probably throwing a book at him.
So what does it say that he did?
Well, they don't know. And they're trying to figure it out. But he claims it was because of oral sex that she died.
She just, what? What's that expression?
They were having fun.
And then she suddenly was on fire.
Well, that was after she died. So that's probably like mutilating
I
a corpse
see.
or something like that,
Oh,
or
I was trying
tampering with
I was
evidence.
trying to figure out
No, but
what order this happened.
I have a feeling there may have been some oxygen deprivation involved in that. But it was kind of interesting because I didn't really read the whole article. I read parts of it. You know, I kind of do that.
The first thing that came into my head was, what is that phenomena called when you...
Spontaneous
Spontaneous
Yeah.
combustion.
Ah, that's the really hot sex. Yeah.
It was
That would
that
just
good.
that was that good. Spontaneous combustion.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, that's just not a nice thing to do, is it?
No. But what was interesting was, you learn new things and usually I'll look at the comments from the local people,
And he was a normal guy. You seem like your everyday
she
guy. Everybody who does weird stuff is always a great neighbor. They were quiet.
They appeared that they may have been in some other things. She may have been possibly meth addict or prostitute. If you look at her picture, it's pretty rough, right? I think she was in her 30s or something like that. She was about 70.
Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah, she was in rough shape. And
Meth will rough you up pretty good.
so I was looking at the comments, and somebody said, "Oh, it probably did the Harlem Struggle."
Oh,
And I was like, well, learn new things, right? Google it.
yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
And I read it.
What is it?
I was significantly disappointed in mankind at that point.
What is the Harlem Struggle?
The Harlem Struggle. I don't know if I should even repeat this, but this is, if you got kids in the room, get them out.
Yeah.
If you have a sensitive disposition, turn this off.
listen.
Stop right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Harlem Struggle, according to Urban Dictionary, apparently is when people are doing that thing, female on the male,
Right.
and the male will wrap his legs around the female and grab her and pull her in till, she struggles.
Until she's choked out.
Yeah. So usually results in a lot of bad things happening, but not usually death.
It's like mixed martial arts sex.
Yeah, with less guys, Sweaty men.
Well, that's not nice. Wonder where that term came from. Harlem Struggle.
Well, I've learned different things over the years, and Google is an amazing device, isn't it? As far as being able to just type it in and it'll tell you. Somebody out there has probably defined it. But there was one in particular, and I will not recommend this to anybody to do, because I learned this from another radio show, was blue waffle. Don't look up blue waffle.
Don't
do it.
Now everybody will.
Oh gosh.
What, you know what that is?
Yeah.
I haven't even done
That was.
it. So I haven't even I haven't
That was
Googled
the
it.
thing to like, don't Google.
Don't
this.
Google it, and it
yeah, and
wants
then
to see.
everybody Googles it, of course. But
So
yeah.
you Googled it.
No, I haven't.
But you know what it
I
is.
know what it is.
It's horrific.
I'm going to stay away from it. Audience, if you feel like looking up Google, blue waffle.
Or Harlem Struggle.
See, I'm such an innocent guy. I just immediately think waffles with blueberries in it. But
Oh, no.
yeah. Given the guidance of the topic, I was imagining that was probably not it.
Yeah, it was a rough one. So this guy's up for a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's a.
We're going to probably lose.
What state is it?
Texas, Houston.
That's the penalty right there.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm not saying it's
yeah,
automatic, but they're big on the death penalty.
Oh,
I was
wait
actually
a minute.
watching this show.
Why did I think this was Houston? No. Oh, Pasadena, Texas. Sorry.
Either way,
Sorry.
I don't know
sorry.
if it's in Texas
Yeah.
state law. So we're watching this show called Afflicted on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's a Netflix original.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking I Am a Killer
Yes.
on Netflix. And they pretty much everybody from that show. It's about people who are on death row, and I think all of them so far have been from Texas. About six episodes. Well, maybe in part because they allowed the media to do the show there, but I believe that's the highest concentration of people who are under the death penalty right now.
Really? Okay. Well, I guess it kind of makes
And
sense.
they actually go through with it. A lot of
yeah.
states, have it, but don't go through with it. And most of these people have been on death row for, 20, 30 years.
Appeal.
Well, appeal. I mean, by the time they get around to it, they just die naturally. But most of them are, from what I recall, most of them were sort of, accepted that was their fate, except for one guy who said, I didn't do it. And they're gonna kill an innocent man. Aside of that, everybody else is like, yeah, that's what I got for doing what I did. So this guy will probably get the same.
Yeah, he's in denial right now.
It'll take 20, 30 years to finally hit the chair or whatever. The chair, they don't do that anymore.
Well, I was thinking they probably do injection.
Well, I think everybody does now.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's still legal to do hangings and firing squads in certain states, but they don't actually employ it.
Right. I think Utah actually allows the firing squad, and there was a guy that died. I remember I want to say, was it Gary Gilmore? Gary Gilmore. He was like a mass killer, if I remember correctly, but I think he asked for the firing squad and got it.
What did they?
Yeah. There was one. It was Utah. Utah is like, yeah, we got a wide range of things. Whatever you sign up for, we'll do it for you.
Good for Utah.
Hey,
No. Every state's different. Well, Texas is pretty quick to put you to the death penalty. If they have more of an eye for an eye type of view on things. You kill somebody, we're going to kill you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes you wonder, does it actually deter? I mean, that's always the big question. Does it deter crime or does it lower crime?
I statistically, I don't know for sure, but I imagine it does not deter crime.
Because people aren't thinking when those kind of things
Usually,
go down, right?
when those things go down, they're not within their right mind. I'm not saying they're considered insane, whatever that term might mean to lawyers.
Right.
But, no, they're generally not in the right mind at all. I don't think they're thinking, well, they have the death penalty here, so I'm not going to do it.
Right. So there was, moving on to something else here. We had Chipotle last week had another food poisoning outbreak in Ohio.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, between July 26th and July 30th.
I got a couple of years down here, so we could just go off of this. So I guess that was just because they left food out. I mean, I think the original one had to do with a bad sourcing. The original Chipotle outbreak had to do with bad sourcing of
Really?
either guacamole or lettuce or something to that effect.
Okay.
I think. This one had to do with just improper care of food.
Food handling, yeah.
Food handling with poultry and meats and so on and so forth. So I think 100 and some odd people reported that they had gastro issues over
647.
This one-
647.
Oh, I'm sorry.
647
people. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's various numbers being thrown around. And
High
the first I saw was
issues.
300, and the
Yeah.
latest I saw was 700. So
Okay, so it's
yours
around
is
there.
probably close. That sounds about right.
So basically, they had 647 people just sitting on the pot for about a week. You know, have you ever been food poisoned? I got food poisoned once
Oh, I have.
at a Denny's.
It put me
Okay,
in the
fine.
hospital.
Don't sponsor the show. I get it, but you did it, right? So I go out to this. I was in San Jose, California, doing an acquisition for two big companies. I stayed at I don't know why. I was staying at like a dump, Motel 6 or something. And
Red Roof.
yeah, there's a Denny's next door. I went over and got an omelet. And this is probably about probably about 2000. And yeah, I was starving, but I could sense that I got like that Denver omelet. It's got like everything in it.
Oh, yeah.
I could sense like something wasn't right when I was eating it. Like something didn't taste right. Like I could smell the smell and all that.
Just
kind of
didn't
stuff.
work for you.
Didn't work for me, but I ate it anyway because I'm a guy.
'Cause
You're
it's
starving.
Denny's.
Because what?
Because it's
I
Denny's.
don't
and
want to
it's-
go out again or something like that. I think at the time where that show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was on, like I wanted to see it anyway. I'm eating it, and I'm fine. That was in the evening. Next day I'm at work. I'm in the middle of a meeting. My stomach starts to kind of turn. It's not making noises yet. It's just turning. Yeah. You see, I have a theory. The higher the pitch noise, the worse.
Oh, okay.
Right? Not the lower pitches, like the. Yeah, your stomach's just angry, and it's gonna resolve itself, right? But do it again. Yeah, if you get those, and
Like a stormtrooper. Yeah.
you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
It's Joe Biden shooting a gun.
Yeah, yeah. So I got that going on. I'm like in the middle of a meeting, and I had to excuse myself. And oh my God, I sat in that hotel room for like 2 days straight.
Oh, my God.
That was horrible.
You need a seatbelt on that one?
Yeah, it was bad. Blew myself right off. Not good. So Chipotle, I don't know. It's an anomaly. It can happen anywhere.
It can.
All right, so you can go to wherever, and that's going to happen. So I'm not going to hold this one against them. I'll still go there. The burritos are enormous.
That's what I hear. I hear they're good.
They're
As
very
long as you
good.
don't get a bad one.
Well, I should get bad one. But anybody's susceptible to that. Qdoba does the same exact thing. It's all food handling and how strict your policies are, and following through with them. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got a lot of young kids working in there, and they're just not going to follow. You have to have good. Yeah, exactly. You have to have a good manager. I've been to Subway recently, and they got the coughing glass or whatever you want to call it. Because people would reach over and like point at the food and like stick their hands in there. So now they got this piece of glass that kind of curves this direction.
It's got razor wire on the top.
I don't want that tomato. I want that tomato. They stick their hands in it, whatever. So, but it works both ways. So I'm watching the people that are making it, and they're nasty. I'm like, you need a cough glass on your side. Whatever. Yeah, you can't put plastic gloves on, touch your face, and then go back in and get the tomato. It doesn't work that way.
The one that slayed me was the plastic gloves, makes the sandwich, cashes them out, then goes back and makes another sandwich.
No, the idea is to put
Yeah.
fresh gloves on each time.
The plastic gloves are not there to protect your hands. They're there to protect the food, right?
My
So-
cuticles just get wrecked, you know?
Oh, gross.
Exactly. Well, let's go back a little bit. I got some of yours here.
Well, they got the marketing team on that, so now they're giving away free burritos to
that's-
students.
Yeah, more. That's all you need. You
They're
know what they're
all
going
over
to do?
that.
Yeah, they're going to do it too. They're going to do it too because they're bringing all new fresh food, and they'll make darn sure that they don't have another outbreak at that particular location.